Jonah 1, 7 through 9. Then the sailors said to each other, "Come, let us cast lots to find out who is responsible for this calamity." They cast lots, and the lot fell on Jonah. So they asked him, "Tell us, who is responsible for making all this trouble for us? What kind of work do you do? Where do you come from? What is your country? From what people are you?" He answered, "I am a Hebrew, and I worship the Lord, the God of heaven, who made the sea and the dry land." So there's this man, and he lives at the edge of a forest near a castle. And he goes up to the castle one day, and he knocks on the door, bang, bang, bang. And the guard is there, and the guard says to him, "Who are you, and why are you here?" And the man just stays there, doesn't say a word back. And then all of a sudden he hits the door again, bang, bang, bang. And the guard says again, "Who are you? Why are you here?" And the man finally turns up and says to him, "Hey, how much do you get paid to do your job?" And he says, "Oh, I get paid $10 an hour." And the man says, "What if I paid you double? Would you come to my house and ask me those questions every single day? Who are you, and why are you here?" Have you ever asked that question of yourself? Who are you, and why are you here? How would you respond to that question? Usually in our lives, we respond with things that we do. Maybe it's that I'm a teacher or a doctor or a lawyer. Or we respond with who we are in the sense of what we do for others, like I could be a mother or a father or a brother or a sister. When we think about our identity or who we are, we usually talk about what we do. And I don't know about you, but I try to stay busy doing lots of things so that I feel like my identity is whole by the things that I do. Now, this story has been a wild ride so far, and now we find Jonah in a boat in a storm with a bunch of sailors, and they're in a storm, and so they decide to cast lots. Now, this would have been usual for this time. These sailors are casting lots because they want to know who is responsible for this. And they would do this to make sure that they would understand what God was saying to them. So they would cast lots to understand the divine and the answers to the questions that they were looking for. And in this story, Jonah is chosen. And so they ask Jonah, "Who are you?" And Jonah responds, "I am a Hebrew, and I believe and I am for the God who created the entire world. I worship the God of all creation." It's an identity question. Now, usually we think of our identity as what we do, or maybe even what we believe, but Jonah is saying something different there. He's telling us that it's not what he does that makes him who he is, but it's whose he is. He is created in the image of God. That's who he is. No matter what he does, that is his identity. So may you remember that today, that it's not what you do that makes you who you are. It's whose you are, because you are created in the image of God. Amen.